everybody to Arts Benicia Artist in Residence. We like to call it ABEAR, with Mark Brest and welcome to the warm-up party for the map-making project. Mark's installation is part of his 18-month residency through the Creative Work Fund, and this is the second of 3 projects. The first one was the Bio Labyrinth, which was down on First Street Green, temporary project that was built as part of the Benicia waterfront planning development for that was in its turn funded by the California Coastal Conservancy. Lots of ways this is going on. Anyway, his process is to integrate public art into the planning process and engage the public through education, participation, sometimes intervention, and demonstration.
Pieces that she talked about might sound very kind of different from each other, but I think of them as all, working with land as my material or places as my material. And you may be familiar with Andy Goldsworthy or some artists like that that manipulate things in the landscape, Robert Smithson and so on. But I really think of the landscape as also, having plants, animals, water systems, people, governments, laws, all kinds of things associated with it. So I think of all of those things as kind of my material when I'm working with a place. And so I've been working with Benicia as a place, and specifically the waterfront, which has been very interesting. But this is just a kind of beginning of the documentation of that Bio Labyrinth project, which has a kind of planned view of the piece. But it's also made up, if you look closely, it's also made up of a lot of the paperwork that we went through to have to actually have the thing made. And so there's city council notes and a lot of different things that's kind of interesting to look at, hopefully. But today, I'd like to invite everybody to kind of participate in a project that what I'm hoping to do is create a kind of a landscape, but at the same, like a landscape painting, but at the same time a kind of group portrait of people. And so what I'd like to do is, I have these 2 maps. I have the larger Benicia area here, and then I have the waterfront on the other side. And I'd like to invite people to add to this kind of, landscape their own personal observations. We all, you go through the world and you see things, and then you sort of carry those around inside your body. And what I'd like to do is sort of bring some of those things out and show them and kind of give another layer to the landscape. I'm very interested in plant and animal observations of different kinds. They don't have to be spectacular, but things that just caught your interest, things that sort of moved you in some way. I'm interested in history, and I'm interested in personal stories too. So it really can run the gamut between, I saw an osprey catch a fish here, or it could be, I had my heart broken here. It could be, whatever it could be, but just sort of giving a sense of that, of the richness, the personal richness, and the kind of emotional, the emotional richness that we carry around in all of us having to do with the landscape. So anyway, thank you very much for coming, and I hope you all participate and